Here we are at Mount Wrightson, climbing up. I got about 1,500 feet more elevation to gain to get to the summit, and there's snow all over the place. I'm wearing yak tracks. I need them in a couple of spots. It's pretty icy. (7,900 feet. I just wanted to stop here because these cliffs are beautiful in the sun. I think the summit is up there behind this tree. Snow is pretty deep here, but it's hard. Like, even stabbing it with the poles doesn't really go down too deep. It's pretty hard packed, slippery, icy snow here. Yak tracks are definitely the way to go. (8,500 feet so far. I've hiked about 5.5 miles, and I'm really close to the summit now. I think the summit is 9,300 feet. Right there. I don't know what mountain that is over there, but it looks like I'm about level with the top of that. Maybe a little lower. And I'm way above that ridge line that I just filmed before. That's that down there, runs off this way with the cliffs. Trail gets pretty steep up here. A lot of switchbacks here. Pretty steep. But I think when I get just a little bit higher, it levels out for a little while and you traverse a bit to get behind. Because you can't really hike up this side of Mount Wrightson. It's 5th class, it'd definitely be roped up. There's nothing like that on this hike. I don't even think it's 4th class. It's just a hike, really, just a steep hike. Yeah, I've been up here before, but never made it to the top. But I remember this part. Because a few more switchbacks here, and you get a great view on the other side of this. And there's somebody else up here. I did. That spot I just stopped at was Baldy Saddle. That's what they call that. I think that other mountain over there is called Old Baldy. The view is just amazing from up here. And this part of the trail I remember too. We made it through here. This part just traverses, which is a nice break from going straight uphill basically. But it traverses around the back because, like I said, you can't just climb up that rock unless you have ropes and trad gear. I don't even know if anybody ever climbed it. But there's an easier way to get to the top hiking around the back. So this trail leads around, you probably can't see it, but it goes up in between those two hills. Around the back way. Just a gorgeous day. Here I am. Further along on that traverse. It's a nice break. This part's pretty easy because it gets a lot harder up ahead where Mark and I got turned around 2 years ago. Even though I'm still going uphill here, this is a very easy grade compared to what I was on. And I'm feeling pretty out of shape, even though I'm up here. It's like there's no way to train for climbing up mountains like this except for climbing up mountains like this. I'm living on Long Island. There's no mountains. So the best thing I do is ride my mountain bike around the small hills in the woods. But it's nothing like the mountains. Even this small mountain. The snow's a lot softer here too. Probably because it's in the sun. It's pretty deep. It's probably a foot. But there's a good trail packed down from everybody else coming up here. I'm not the first one, luckily. I'm not breaking trail. But I've seen 3 people so far that turned around that didn't make it to the summit. They said it got a little too hard for them, probably because of ice. But there's at least 2 groups ahead of me that are going for the summit. One got past me. And another group was with the guy that was sitting down there. He said they went ahead, so I'll see if they make it. Not much further. Here's the view on this side. I just passed, or somebody just passed me on the way down. It was the dude that went ahead of me, and he said he didn't make it. he said it's a little too treacherous up ahead. So it wouldn't surprise me if this is the third time and I don't make it up again. Last year I came to do this trail with Michelle, and it had just snowed 4 inches 2 days before. And we got to the start of the super trail at the parking lot. Actually, before that, we couldn't even drive to the parking lot because there was 4 inches of snow on the road and they didn't really plow it at all. So the car was slipping off the road. So I parked at the gift shop and we hiked up the rest of the road to the parking lot to the start of the super trail. And when we got there, it was fresh snow with no tracks in it, 4 inches deep. No one had hiked it, so I wasn't going to break the trail all the way up this mountain. I'd probably lose the trail too because I don't even know it. The only way I'm able to follow it now is because other people have hiked it already and I'm following their tracks. I mean, some parts it's pretty obvious, but other spots it's not so obvious. Probably would have gotten lost. So this is the second time I've been above the Baldy Saddle. The summit is right there. And pretty soon I'll be at the spot where Mark and I got turned around 2 years ago because of ice. I bet you it's the same spot that dude just turned around.